I'm thrilled to have you here in AI Uncovered News, where you find out first about the latest, greatest, and most mind-blowing happenings in the world of AI. Let's get right into it. The first is Zero123 Plus. Zero123 Plus is an AI wizard. You can feed it a single image, say, a multi-purpose cleaner, well, in their demo, a Lysol, and it'll work its magic to show you what that same image might look like from various other angles. It even lets you see a ghost chowing down on some delicious hamburgers, all while showcasing those unique angles of the same images. To try it out yourself, simply hit the Input Image button and watch Zero123 Plus work its magic, transforming your picture to reveal different perspectives. Pretty cool, right? Next up is PIXART Alpha, fast training of diffusion transformer for photorealistic text-to-image synthesis. The paper says that the best picture-making computer programs are very expensive to train, which is bad for the people who want to make new things with them and bad for the environment. PIXART Alpha makes pictures and is as good as other fancy picture programs, but doesn't cost as much and is better for the environment. PIXART Alpha can make really good pictures up to 1024 pixels wide without using a lot of power. PIXART Alpha is much faster to train than other big picture-making programs. It only takes 10.8% of the time to train, compared to another program called Stable Diffusion v1.5. This saves a lot of money and helps the environment. Also, compared to a big program called Raphael, it is much cheaper to train. When combined with DreamBooth, PIXART Alpha can create high-quality images that interact naturally with the environment and make precise color changes to objects. It surely is excellent at producing high-quality, customizable images. Examples in their demo are a baby painter trying to draw a very simple picture, white background, a dog that has been meditating all the time. I have to admit, these images are incredibly realistic. They're jaw-dropping, to say the least. The next mind-blowing AI news is hyperhuman. Hyper-realistic human generation with latent structural diffusion. Hyperhuman creates incredibly realistic human images with a variety of poses and settings. Even though great strides have been made in text-to-image models, achieving that hyper-realism with human images has been a challenging puzzle. Models like Stable Diffusion and DALL-E 2 often end up with images that have weird bits or unnatural poses. To tackle this issue, the developers created human images that have a structure that spans from the big picture body outline down to the tiny details of how everything fits together. So they have come up with a model that ties together the visual appearance and the underlying structure, making it possible to generate coherent and natural-looking human images. In their demo, they created hyper-realistic photos such as the upper half of a man posing for a photograph wearing a suit with a blue tie and matching pocket corner, and a man wearing a helmet is sitting on his blue motorcycle, and a young kid stands before a birthday cake decorated with Captain America. Honestly, those pictures are incredibly hyper-realistic. Even the tiniest human features are so convincing that you wouldn't even think they were AI generated. They appear just like real photographs. Moving on to the next AI news is this paper from DreamSpace. Dreaming your room space with text-driven panoramic texture propagation. The paper says, DreamSpace allows users to personalize the appearance of real-world scene reconstructions with text prompts, and delivers immersive virtual reality experiences on HMD devices. Diffusion-based methods are good at making 2D pictures, but making 3D textures for things like virtual reality is hard, because 3D things are complicated and need to look real from different angles. In the paper, they have shown a new way to make textures for indoor scenes in 3D. They started by making a special texture from the middle of the scene, and then spread it to the other parts using some clever tricks. This way, they made sure the textures fit the scene and look good. They tested the methods on real indoor scenes, and the textures look great in virtual reality. In their demo, they started by reconstructing real-world scenes using iPhone-captured images. Then, They transformed these scenes into various styles, like cyberpunk, anime landscapes, nebula, or even a touch of Harry Potter. No doubt about it, these features are seriously cool and bound to be a game changer. The next is Motion Director. The paper is titled Motion Director: Motion Customization of Text-to-Video Diffusion Models. Big, powerful pre-trained diffusion models have wowed users with their abilities to create all sorts of videos. When you have a collection of video clips that share the same idea for motion, the goal of motion customization is to tweak those existing text-to-video diffusion models. This way, you can make videos that match that specific type of motion concept. For example, you can generate a video with a car moving in a prescribed manner under specific camera movements to make a movie. In the demo, they decouple the appearances and motions, where Row take two videos to train the proposed motion director, respectively. Row 2, Motion Director can generalize the learned motions to diverse appearances. Row 3, Motion Director can mix the learned motion and appearance from different videos to generate new videos. Row 4, Motion Director can animate a single image with learned motions. The next AI news is Salmon. Salmon is a large language model, LLM, enabling speech, audio events, and music inputs, which is developed by the Department of Electronic Engineering at Tsinghua University and ByteDance. Rather than being limited to just speech or audio events, Salmon is a champ at handling all sorts of audio inputs. This means it can recognize and translate speech in multiple languages and even combine audio and speech for some deep thinking. It's like giving the language model a pair of ears and cognitive hearing skills, which is a big leap toward creating artificial general intelligence that can hear and understand like a pro. Compared to traditional audio tasks like speech recognition and audio captioning, Salmon taps into the broader knowledge and cognitive abilities of the language model. This enhances its versatility and the range of tasks it can handle. Salmon can also follow both text and spoken commands with impressive accuracy. The demo showcases various audio samples, including gunshots and duck sounds, and demonstrates Salmon's responses to different prompts. Moving to our last AI news, there's something incredibly fascinating making the rounds on the web lately. A video featuring a car engulfed in flames. Now, here's the twist. Everything in the background, the streets, and the environment is the real deal, part of our physical world. But the car itself, the fire, the billowing smoke, it's all a creation of computer-generated magic. Watch closely as they maneuver that little pill-shaped object through it all, and you'll see how the fire and smoke react. It's mind-boggling because this kind of technology makes it increasingly challenging for folks to trust their own eyes when they watch videos online. You know what's really got people scratching their heads? It's when something looks so real that you can't tell if it's the handiwork of AI or the real deal. There are folks leaving comments on that post. They're in a bit of a pickle. Some are like, yep, looks legit, while others, after giving it a closer look, go, hold on, maybe it's AI after all. It's one of those things that really messes with your head. Well, that's a wrap for this week's mind-blowing AI news. If you want to stay in the know about the latest in AI, just hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. That way, you'll be the first to know when our next video drops.